Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Misunderstood the podcast. I am your host, Misunderstood, and this is Misunderstood the podcast. Yay! My eye was watering, you guys. I don't know, it's might be my mascara. But anywho, so I have missed you guys. I really love coming and communing and sharing my thoughts, sharing my ideas, hearing your thoughts, hearing your ideas, just on different topics. As you know, I am a huge advocate for self-love, self-development, and so lately, since I've been gone, I've been working on implementing better nutrition. So really holistic health. So that's on a holistic standpoint. That's going to be mind, body, and spirit. So I've been working on a holistic journey, a journey essentially to self. Okay. If you know me, you know that is important to me, that timid nosce. I always tell people that randomly, know thyself. If you are a fan of the Matrix, you will know where that was over the doorpost in the Oracle's house when Neo was walking out of her kitchen. It was on the doorpost of the kitchen. So yeah. So feel free to comment to let me know how you guys plan on celebrating the winter season. Are you going to be going out of the country? Are you vacationing? Because it's cold and nobody wants to stay here. But I will be here for the winter for sure. I'm pretty sure for the winter, unless something changes and like I win millions of dollars, which is obviously possible in this infinite reality. Unless something changes like that, then I will be here in Texas for the winter. So I won't be going on my next international trip until maybe around my birthday next year, which is February. Shout out to the Aquarius gang. So I have a new job. I'm loving that. And what I can tell you about it, it is a sales role. If you know me, I can sell my tail off. I can, get anyone to do anything, anytime. So, yeah. So, I've just been working, developing myself, working on my content. I have some things coming that I'm elated, I'm excited about. Thank the gods for inspiring me with these ideas because I'm just really, really zooming through. So a part of creating content for me is looking at other people's content and seeing if I have opinions, seeing if it teaches me anything. One thing that I am really digging deep into right now is the number 9. The number 9 is infinity. It's infinite. If you study the number 9, you will know that most number sequences add up to the number 9, and that it's just everywhere. The number 9 is everywhere. So I've been studying on the Fibonacci sequence because I kept seeing 144. I would see things at 1:44 p.m. There would be like $144 in taxes taken out of something, or my goal for something, I need to make 144. Excuse me. I need to make 144 sales or whatever. So I'm like, this number is like stalking me and running me down. And then number 4 is number 144 is a part of Fibonacci sequence. And it does add up to 9. And 9 is all about matriculation. And if you know anything about me, again, if you don't know, now you know. One of my nicknames, aliases, is Matriculate. The mother of education, the mother of an ascension, the mother who helps you to rise, the mother who helps you to graduate to your next level. That's me, Matriculate. And so to know that I'm actually in the process of matriculation myself is just exciting. It's exciting for me. I love, growing spiritually, intellectually, divinely. That is one of my greatest joys, if you can't tell. So yeah, I've been studying the number 9, just doing a lot of research. The way I make content is, again, by looking at people's content. And so I was scrolling on TikTok and I saw a young lady. She was a single mother and she was basically like joking around. It was not a serious post. She was basically joking around and saying that, you know, when I'm just going about being myself, doing my feminine thing, just being a nurturer and a mother to my children, cleaning the house, just being me, driving the car, just being me. I look over and I realize that I have a son. And so I have to put on this masculine, you know, I might start sagging my crotch or no, sagging my pants. I might start sagging my pants or like grabbing my crotch, or I might turn on some more vulgar music or movies or things that are more, more action based or based in like, you know, fighting and stuff like that. And so I looked in the comments, you know, we all go to the comments to see commentary. And I saw a lot of other young black mothers. She was a young black woman. I saw a lot of other young black mothers kind of like agreeing with her. Like, yeah, you know, since my son's father's not around, I have to remember that I can't do certain things because he's watching me. I don't want him to emulate me and be a punk. That's what they were saying. And so, you know, with my brain, there's so many layers to that. And I'll just start wherever I start. Because showing your son, okay, let me start here. I've never raised a child. I don't know anything about raising a child. I'm not a mother. I don't desire to raise a child at this point or have a child. But I do have like common sense, and I'm also a human being. And I can see. So that qualifies me to have an opinion. Okay. So, niggaing it up is what I call it, is not the way to show him how to be a man. You're probably emulating, you know, rappers and hood celebrities that you've seen or know, and that's your only idea of a man. But that is really not the man that you want your son to be. I empathize with being a single mother and knowing that there's a cavity that needs to be filled because it's detrimental to the development of my child. I can understand that 100%. Even when wanting things for myself, and I may have certain disadvantages because not having a father is what you're perceiving as being a disadvantage to your son, causing him to be something that you see as societally unacceptable and disgraceful. Because you don't want your son to be, you know, you don't want your son to be gay. You don't want him to be overly feminine. You don't want him to be looked at as overly feminine. So you're trying to provide him with some sort of masculinity, the only masculinity that you know. And my point is that that's not what you want for him. That's not what you want for yourself. That is only emulating images of people who may be like his father or other men around him that you obviously don't trust to show him what it looks like to be a man, that, you know, are already around you guys. This stuff is already around you. He knows the rappers. He knows, you know what I'm saying? He knows this music just as well as you do. He sees these people. It's not like you have to show him these negative images of manhood for him to see. That's what's around him. So you emulating that is kind of reinforcing the negative images of masculinity. And when it comes to not wanting your son to be gay, so reinforcing these negative, them niggas be gay. Them niggas to be gay, they're called DL. Them niggas be punks, for real. I'm talking about bottoms. I heard it. They told me. They told me. And then you can see a gay man who's open about his sexuality being the picture of masculinity. Stand-up guy, pays his bills on time, got his credit together, educated, well-spoken, well thought out. What else? Drives a nice car, dresses nice, smells good, takes it up the tutor. You can't raise a man. It's our nature. It is essentially going to be his nature that makes him gay or not. It's not about those images because let me tell you what I see in a lot of men. A lot of men, and before a stupid man asks, yes, I do know a lot of men. I'm beautiful. I've been around a lot of men. A lot of men who hide their homosexuality is rooted in mommy issues. And so then, once they fix their mommy issues, they usually come out as the mommy. Don't know how it works. I don't. I'm just telling you what I've seen. They find out that they're gay, usually by me telling them. And then they work on their mother issues and healing all their issues with femininity and trying to play like they're not feminine. They come out and say, well, there was issues with my mother. You know what I'm saying? So essentially, you don't have to drop your femininity. You don't have to drop your nurturing spirit. Men cook, men clean, men hold babies, men back their babies, men feed their babies bottles, men change diapers of boys and girls that they produced with a woman that they are supposed to support and allow to remain in her natural energy. Men do all of those things. The picture of a man that you have is not what you want your son to be. It's not even what you want for yourself. And this is, again, if we have the self-love and if we have the self-value and if we have the self-care. You know, because I'm not single mom shaming. You could have been, your spouse could have passed away. He could have just been a bad guy and left and was just not, he was a nigga when you met him and you knew he wasn't going, you should have known. You know what I'm saying? There's some people can obviously tell, and it's just like when you be in a situation, you just can't. So there's those, and then there's the men who hide themselves, which also, and this is just me, a man who hides his personality in order to break down your walls and get in and then create a baby with you is also gay. And you know what else he might make? A gay baby. It's in the genes. They inherit the sins of the father. So essentially I'm saying that there's no way to make your son not be gay. And there's no way to instill masculinity. You just want to build good character. Make sure that he's a good person. Because he can be a good person and be gay. He can be a good person and be heterosexual. You need to make sure that you're building good character in him. And also, if it's extremely important for you that he just sees a man close to him or in the household, perhaps, make sure that you focus on self-love so that you can date and bring in a good father figure. Otherwise, try, mentorship programs and things like that. I know you can't trust these niggas because they also be gay and they be raping boys a lot of times. We're not going to skip over that. And so I know it's maybe difficult to trust people to instill different things in your children. It's difficult raising children. And that's one reason why I don't know if I want to do it. I don't. Because you have to think about these things. How will my child be perceived? And how can I make sure that they have the advantages in life to be perceived as a good person? And for a lot of people, having a gay son is the ultimate embarrassment. And because y'all daughters be eating coochie. And nobody talks about how to not make them do that. You know what I'm saying? There's, what do we do about that? People gonna be gay if they gonna be gay, baby. Even if they hiding it, they gonna be gay. So showing your son how to grab his crotch and be emotionally unavailable and just tough and hard for no reason is not going to make him not be gay. That's gonna, if he's attracted to men, then he's gonna be DL possibly, unless he just come out and embarrass you, because that's embarrassing to you. So yeah, that's pretty much what I took from that. That there's no way to make your son not be gay, and most especially trying to make him. You try to make him a DL. Damn, you gonna make it, and we don't want no more of that. Stop telling him that masculinity is being emotionally unavailable and rough and tough and ignorant, and you gotta sag your pants and grab your crotch. That's not a man. That's the men around y'all. And you don't want him to be like that. You trying to give him the best chance. You're trying to fill the cavity, but it's not with that. That's filling the cavity with candy. You're gonna kill him. You're gonna kill him. And I'm trying to be serious, because again, it is a serious thing. But my goal is never to with this episode, sometimes I don't mind offending people. My goal with this episode is not to offend anyone. Because again, I've never raised children. I'm not judging you for being a single mother. But I do know for a fact that the images and what you think that you're doing to prevent him from being gay or presenting as feminine and embarrassing you is not it. There's several masculine men who you would look at, and it happens all the time, and you look at him, you see him, you like, oh, this is the kind of man that even I want, and he's gay. And he's a good stand-up guy, pays his bill, reads books, brushes his teeth every day, floss with an electric flosser. There's no way to make a man except for that it be his nature. But what you essentially do want your child to be is a good, well-rounded person who can be well received and well thought out, no matter what their sexual orientation or their ideals or beliefs. Let them be respectful to other people. Let them be truth tellers. Let them sometimes tell a lie when they need to. You know what I'm saying? Let them be well-rounded. Just let them have balance. Because sometimes you do need to lie. Don't act like I said something wrong. Sometimes you do need to tell a lie. You don't need to always tell the truth. But let them know when. They should know when to hold and when to fold. Like, it's all about them being a good person, not being gay or not. And I'm not going to say that I just support this influx of homosexuality or not. It's really not for me to support. Because more than likely, a lot of y'all sons is going to be gay. Because just look at the world. Everybody's son is gay. Yep. So until next time, please do keep it funky. Peace.